So thank you very much for this opportunity. Good morning for all. My name is Rogério. I'm from Brazil. And I'm a focal point for the regional consultation that we did in Latin America and Caribe. And, we did that as a group. So I'd like to mention the work that we did with Julian, Mauricio, Pablo Plere, Walter, and Michael. We did that together. So just for you to know the context of Latin America and Caribe, we have 42 countries. The population there is around 650 million. That means 14% of the world population. The forest area there is covered by trees. The area is covered by forest, 46%. And livestock has a very important, is a key important for Latin America because you have 400 to 6 million of animals there. And it's a basic source of food and for food security of the local populations. And small farmers, I think it's very important to mention there, they are playing a very important role on food security. And we are facing a challenge of eradication of hunger and poverty. And Latin America produced 25% of the beef for the world market and 10% of the dairy. Now that you know a little bit about our area, or about our region, in this work, you can see that 45% of the forests in the world are concentrated in the tropics. And why I mention that? Because in this work, if you increase the tree cover, America is the main country that you can do that. That's very important for us. Additionally, in terms of beef and meat, in terms of beef production, we are below Asia. But if you put together Latin America and Caribe in Central America, you arrive almost in the same amount of beef in millions of tons per year. You can see on the right side. We basically have three types of system. The first one is a rangeland system, very extensive and low labor intensive. The second one is a very intensive system that the labor is very high. And the third one is a very intensive system in terms of capital, feedlots. Before I go to our regional meeting results, I'd like to tell you that we did a map of policies, programs, projects, and actions aimed to promote sustainable livestock practice in Latin America. I very thanks to GASL to support this work before our regional meeting. What we found that 20 countries in Latin America, 20 from the 46, are working on sustainable livestock. We got 75 initiatives that we are working in sustainable livestock. And that means policies, projects, plans, and also we got the opportunity to attract more stakeholders for our mapping. Now, as you know, where we are in Latin America and Caribe and the results of our map, I jump to the results, the regional consultation. We did that in August, was virtual. In the agenda, first we started to communicate what GASL is about. We talk about sustainability in livestock production in Latin America. We describe the mapping and the objectives, and also we capture sustainable, inclusive, and resilience action of sustainable livestock. And we also, during the registrations, we ask people to fill up questionnaire. They talk about where they are from, sector and clusters. They were asked to answer about the main challenges that they see in livestock, priority for scientific improvements, and contribution of silvopastoral system and regenerative ranching practices. I'm not going to show the results of this questionnaire, but we have that in our report. So we got 512 registrations. I think it's a very significant number. 220 attendees from 17 countries, they 42% from the private sectors, 20 from academia, and 20 from public sector. So, regarding to the challengers, the first one that is very important for us, the first challenge is how to scaling up silvopastoral system and how to improve grassroots management systems. Second, regarding public policies, we need policies to promote sustainable livestock systems. And for that, who is going to provide the capacity building? Who is going to provide technology and development and transfer and also finance? This is a big topic that we have in terms of challengers. In terms of governance, of course, we need a better articulations from all the stakeholders. It's very important for that. And we need to modify the negative image of livestock in our regions. It's a very sad, simple things. Stocking rates, rotational systems, trees, and rangeland management. We are doing that. In Uruguay, have a large-scale project, policies, and scientific evidence on the success of sustainable livestock systems. Results are in our reported. I go mainly for the sphere of interest. We need incentives to innovation and capacity building. And second, in terms of dialogue, we need to put farmers, government, industrial, and civil society together. That's the way to improve the dialogue. And regarding to the 4 domains, probably because I am from the closed efficiency gap, I focus on the livestock and economical growth. We need more efficiency and sustainable use of the natural research to produce more with less. The rest we can see in our report. Solution for the world. We do not have a silver bullet. For us, there is no one single solution for livestock in the world. No one size fits all. But we agree that decisions in each country should be based on scientific evidences. And if you do that, we can potentialize social, economical, and environmental impacts of livestock. You need to keep in mind that for us, silvopastoral systems and better grassland management can play a very important function to achieve more sustainable food in the world. In terms of highlights, the high diversity of livestock systems in Latin America and Caribe offer a menu of sustainability issues, problems. But we saw many solutions for the sustainable livestock. Silvopastoral systems and a better rangeland management can contribute for the main challenges in the world, like food security, improved livelihoods, climate change, biodiversity, loss of maintaining and restoring soil health with a multi-stakeholder approach. And also, the mapping that we did identified solutions and could be an important instrument to tackle food security in a sustainable way. But I remind you that we still have a problem how to scale up our solutions. Commitment for the next steps. First one, we hope that GASL will continue to support the regional initiative. Second, we, as a Latin American Caribbean group, we are committed to map new projects, success stories, and lesson learned. I think it's a very important work, and thank you again for GASL to give us support to do that. The idea is to publish together the results of the mapping as a GASL paper. And again, 2-3 years ago, I did a seminar saying that the importance to improve the interaction between action networks. And probably this paper will be a joint work between Closed Efficiency Gap and the Global Network on Silvopastoral System. And we are also committed to support the Latin America chapter. I have opportunity to talk with friends from Africa, and I think that we need to go ahead with that because regional approach complement global approach as they are close to specific problems and solutions. We need to go ahead with that. So I thank you, GASL. I thank you, the Close Efficiency Gap, the Global Civil Pastoral System Network, the Livestock for Social Development, farmers associations, and participants. Thank you very much, and I hope that I did that in 12 minutes.